WPHL presents Muscles Mike and Matt List in the morning.
All right, welcome to M&M in the morning. I'm Matt, and with me as always is Muscles Mike. Muscles, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good today. How about you?
I'm doing all right. I'm a little bit ticked off, so let's get right into it.
Time for the Smackdown!
Peyton Manning is going to Denver. Is he going to do anything there?
He's going to do something. They're going to win that conference. I am for sure. They have the good offense with running backs.
Wrong.
Wrong? You think it's wrong? Why do you think it is
They
wrong?
have no receivers. Eric Decker's their best receiver. He didn't even have 50 catches last year. Garbage.
This is Peyton Manning we're talking about. He's going to make that team better.
All I see is a horse-face owner getting a horse-face player to play for a horse team. Ridiculous. They have good running backs, but who's he going to throw to? Jacob Tammy? I don't think so.
He'll throw to someone. And plus, you can't forget about that defense. That defense is stacked.
Defense keeps them in the game, but it doesn't win. You can't lose if the other team doesn't score, but you also can't win.
But he also can always come back. He's one of the best fourth quarter quarterbacks out there.
Yeah, that's if his neck holds up at all. I don't see it happening. Not worth it.
Oh, it's going to happen. He is going to take that team to the playoffs. I don't know if they'll win the Super Bowl, but they're going to the playoffs.
If he takes that team to the playoffs, I will retire from radio.
You will retire from radio?
I will retire.
We're going to make this bet on the air
I will
right now.
leave right after, right when the regular season's over.
All right.
Kansas City Chiefs are not a good team, but they are better than the Broncos.
We are going to make this bet, and this is going to happen. You are retiring from this show.
I'll gladly. If I have to keep covering a team like the Broncos, it's over. Speaking of the Broncos, they made another move at quarterback. Got rid of Tim Tebow, traded him to the Jets. Couldn't be happier that he is gone.
Really? I think the Jets are going to love him there. He's going to do so much.
Distraction, distraction, distraction. Jesus, distraction. That's all you get with Tim Tebow.
Once again, those comebacks, did you see Tebow's amazingness? He took him to the playoffs.
I will admit he took a decent team and beat the Steelers in the playoffs, but it was not him. It was the team around him. Like you mentioned, apparently Peyton Manning has a great team around him. So if Tim Tebow can win there, I just don't understand how the Jets made this move.
And he's always a threat in that Wildcat offense. He can run.
Wildcat offense is a fad. It's nothing, not going to stick around.
We'll see it, how this happens. Him and Mark Sanchez will work perfectly.
Him and Mark Sanchez can't even complete half of their passes together.
He will help out Mark Sanchez with his running skills, and the Wildcat will prove to be effective in their third down offense.
The thing I want to see is the first time their coach, Ryan, swears in front of him. Is Tebow going to get down and say a little prayer for him or what?
T was going to help him calm down with that swearing. He's going to bring a new leadership
I don't
form.
think so. They're just two completely different people. It's not going to work. He's going to curse, and then Tim Tebow's going to start crying, and then there'll be a crack about his virginity or something like that, and then it's over. The party's over.
All right. They may not make the playoffs, but they are going to be a threat in that Eastern division.
Wrong. The Patriots are the best team in that division and possibly the conference.
That is definitely argumentable, but we will see.
Tell you what, the Bills even added Mario Williams, so I don't know. Tim Tebow might be on his back a lot this season.
Yeah.
If he gets on the field at all.
That is definitely one of the toughest conferences, if not the toughest right now, with the Miami picking up their quarterback, getting a new quarterback, and with Mario Williams with the Bills. I can't talk right now.
I will say the Miami Dolphins did make a huge move getting Joe Philbin. He's a great coach, and he can turn the team around. He can take an average quarterback and make them amazing.
That division is overall stacked, even with Tebow and everyone else.
All right. We got Naomi bothering me. Apparently, she's got some news that we probably don't care about. So, Naomi,
It's news with Naomi.
In the town of Clintonville, Wisconsin, last Tuesday, a series of loud booms and rumbles shook the town for several days. Local authorities and geological experts ruled out any known natural or man-made causes. But sure enough, just a few days later, a magnitude 1.5 earthquake hit the town of 4600, and the mystery has been officially resolved. Local residents are relieved, but some still believe the rumbles were caused by aliens hiding beneath the surface. What do you guys think of that?
you know what? I don't believe that it was aliens or anything like that. Have you seen the people from Clintonville? Someone probably just fell over.
Okay, who thought it would be aliens? Like, who's like, oh, the ground is shaking.
Our first thought is it must be aliens. It must be aliens.
Hey,
Nothing else.
maybe Naomi fell over there and that's what caused the earthquake. I'm not
Hey,
sure.
stop it. Stop
It's
it.
definitely falling. It's gotta be.
Mystery solved.
Knock it off, guys.
Okay, guys, remember we will be taking your phone calls and emails all day. It's 1-888-SAY-WPHL. That's 9745. We are M&M in the morning. I am Matt, and with me is Muscles Mike. We got an email a little bit ago asking us what our opinions on Sean Payton were. The guy's getting suspended for a year for his involvement in placing bounties on NFL players. What do you think, Muscles?
Totally fair. They have to get rid of it. They have to get rid of this year-long suspension is definitely a big threat in saying, hey, we are making a statement.
It's like you're taking the teeth out of the dog's mouth. Bounties are part of the game. You want to hurt the other team. You want to make them feel bad. You want them to think when they're on the ground, I don't want to get up because he's going to hit me just as hard next time.
But do we always want to send this message to kids saying, hey, take out that person, end their career?
If that's what it takes to get to the NFL and be a superstar, then yeah. If you have to hurt the other guy, you do it.
What if you heard someone was going right after Aaron Rodgers and trying to end his career? Would you love that?
You know what? As an Aaron Rodgers fan, I would hate that. But as a football fan, I think it's fair game. I mean, when I played high school football, and we had bounties at that level, and the coaches obviously didn't know about it, but it's a part of the game. Even if you take the coach out of the equation, the players are going to do it. They have enough money to throw around.
I feel like we'll see more with a statement with the players when they start suspending them, but I think these are going to be high suspensions for the players too, because we know Roger Goodell wants to cut that down, and we want to get rid of it.
I think it's bull. The only good thing about this is Bill Parcells might come out of retirement and coach his team for a year. I think that'd be really entertaining.
You know, the funny thing is that would be a joke too in itself. I don't think he'd be a good coach for them. It would not work out. They should do in the organization with their offensive coordinator.
Speaking of big moves in the NFL, Jeff Saturday is going to be coming to Green Bay. He is going to be our center for the foreseeable future. Green Bay was pretty active. Well, I wouldn't say active, but based on our past, this is the most we've done in a while. So what do you think about the free agent moves this year?
Don't like them. I like more quiet. Yeah, we had Charles Woodson, but I don't think he's going to work out. Jeff Saturday is just way too old.
You know what? Brandon Marshall just came into our division. We had to make some sort of move. Granted, it's not one that will affect him, but we can't just sit back and wait for the draft. It's not going to heal all of the problems we have right now.
But we always find to get good picks or younger players. We always work with younger
Do we have
players.
the time to develop them, though?
I feel we can.
Wrong. Jeff Saturday is the guy that can develop a center. If you draft a guy like Peter Kahns, come in 2 years from now, he can take over. But we need someone who can play right now.
Jeff Saturday, I think, is going to have struggles. Yeah, he worked with Peyton Manning. That's it.
Yeah, and they were amazing for almost a decade and a half.
He's not going to be amazing with Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, it's just Aaron Rodgers.
I know Jeff Saturday's only 36, I guess. That's a little bit old in football years. But 36 years old, he can still be productive for a while. And him and Aaron Rodgers, I think they're going to be a match made in heaven. They're going to become best friends.
Welcome to Goodwill. Can I help you find something?
I need to get rid of my clothes now.
Say what?
These clothes here.
Oh, you're looking to donate.
Me and some of the boys are converting a bedroom closet into a beer cooler, so I had to make room.
At Goodwill stores, giving is just as good as receiving. With a wide selection of clothes, books, games, and electronics, Good will find you.
This closet thing was awesome.
Honey, where are my clothes?
What are you wearing?
Oh, not much. Just the most amazing new Packers gear ever made.
Where did you get that beautiful hat and jacket at?
At the Packers Pro Shop, of course.
Wait, where's that at?
In the most magical place on earth, the Lambeau Field Atrium.
The Packers Pro Shop has all your NFL needs, including the all-new line of pro gear from Nike. So stop by Lombardi Avenue today and experience the magic.
All right, guys, I think you're really going to like this story I have for you. It made national news. A Florida man called 911 after his wife refused to let him use Facebook all by himself. She was sitting next to him while he tried to use the website and refused to go to bed. She still refused even after he tried to loosen her determination with upwards of 8 beers. Police determined that spousal snooping is not illegal and instead arrested the husband on charges of illegal 911 use. He faces 60 days in jail. What do you guys think of that?
My first two immediate thoughts are, it's awesome that he has a wife that'll 8 beers and not pass out. And the second one is, what kind of whipped guy can't even go online without his wife being
I
there?
would never do that. Personally, as a woman, I would never sit over his shoulder. She must have trust issues, I'm sure.
No, I'm sure you'd just wait until he goes to bed and then check his history after.
My opinion is, why is he calling the cops for this? It's freaking Facebook.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
My Facebook. Oh gosh, better tell the police about this one. It's kind of a big deal, I guess.
I'm not. Maybe he was the one drinking the beers instead of her. I think that maybe what happened.
I think this guy's got a wife he should hold on to. This is pretty hilarious. I mean, this is a story you tell the kids in the future.
It's a loving couple. You can just tell.
It really is.
All right, there's a little bit of shaking going on in the Brewers camp, too. I'm going to let Muscles take this one away.
take a moment with
Muscle Mike.
Brewers just signed Jonathan Lucroy for a 5-year, $11 million contract. I feel this is a great deal for the Brewers, and it's going to work out perfectly. How do you feel about it?
I think he's ripping off the club. They already got a catcher in George Kataris who can hit the ball and call a good game behind the plate. They don't need to be playing both these guys and paying both of them, more importantly. Get rid of one of them, and I say Lucroy.
You got to keep Lucroy. He's younger, he's hitting better, he has more talent, and he's going to develop way better as a Brewers.
Do we want a young catcher behind the plate with the young staff we have? Who's our oldest guy out there? Markham, Wolf? I mean, come on. You got Giovanni Gallardo, who's in his mid-20s. Greinke's always had problems with security. He gets these nervous breakdowns and stuff like that. He needs a more veteran guy behind the plate to call those games.
I feel like Lucroy can be a face of the franchise. This is 5 years. If he develops
Have you seen his face? I don't want that the face of our franchise, to be honest.
Hey, I'll be honest. My mom thinks he's hot, so he could be a good face for the women.
Well, I guess that's a market I didn't really think about targeting, but I don't want to see his mug on a banner outside of Miller Park. That might be a bit much for me.
I'm just saying, he's going to be a good face. He has a great attitude. He could be a Ryan Braun, and he's a catcher, and we always need a good catcher for a long time.
I do give him credit for being a productive guy behind the plate, but I don't think it's the right move.
All right, looks like we have a call, Matt.
Guys, what's up? First time, long time. One quick question, two-parter. American League, National League. Who's going to the series and who's coming out on top?
All right, thanks for the question. That was Phil from Appleton, and he wants to know who our World Series picks are. I'll let you go first, and I'll tell you why you're wrong after.
All right, I'm going to go with San Francisco and the Red Sox. Both have amazing pitching, but I'm going to say San Francisco's going to win overall.
San Francisco's relying too much on that midget they got on the mound. They call him. Yeah, he's not going to last this season. I'm taking the Detroit. They're too fat to fail. Look at that infield. Too much weight, too much power. They're going to beat the Phillies in the World Series this year.
So we're going to see a pitching matchup versus a hitting matchup no matter what you think.
Yup, and they're going to take them deep every time. Tigers are going to win. All right, well, that was it for the M&M in the Morning Show. For Muscles, I'm Matt List. We'll see you guys tomorrow.